The Pan-Yoruba social political group AFENIFERE has tackled the special advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, for alluding that those criticizing the president were doing so because he's a Fulani man. His Secretary General Chief Shola Ebiseni, in a statement in Akure, the Ondo State capital, kicked against such ethnic allusion. Recall that Adesina had lashed at clergymen whose habit was to criticize the performance of the president and compare them to Pastor Kumuyi of the Deeper Life Ministry. Ebiseni's statement was entitled Buhari's Performance and Femi Adesina's Attack on the Clergy. He said, Femi played some odious ethnic music when he alluded that many who were criticizing the lackluster performance of his boss were only doing so because they didn't like being ruled by a Fulani man. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine statements? Sure, eh? Can you see talk? Where this man they talk? These are the people who are always complaining and criticizing people that they are being tribalistic. How can you, a government official, say because they don't want to be ruled by a Fulani man? You can imagine. So there's no need reminding him that northern Nigeria, which is now rendered asunder in ethnic relationships as a result of Buhari's government's clueless or permissive treatment of security matters, was once ruled as one north by Sir Amadu Bello Sardauna of Sokoto and Sion of Fulani Uthman Fodio Caliphate. Buhari is not more Fulani than Shehu Shagari, the mantra of whose government as president of Nigeria was one nation, one destiny. Umaru Yaradua as Fulani and president of Nigeria did not spend 2 years to solve the problems of agitation among the youth of Niger Delta. His government toured the creeks, dialogued and sought understanding. He did not hold the whole of the people of the South responsible for the agitation, for which he would have called the territory waterlogged and the people to be treated in the language they would understand. Neither did he unleash state terrorism on the residents of any agitator as Buhari government would want Sunday Igboho killed. Going biblical, Ebiseni said, from the days of Prophet Samuel to Saul, Nathan to David, when he killed Uriah and took his wife Bathsheba, Elijah who told Saul that he and his household were the troublers of Israel, up to modern days, Martin Luther King, Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Okoje, Bishop Bonigi, Matthew Kuka, Tunde Bakari and all. The commission of God of his prophet does not exclude speaking truth to earthly rulers. Of course, why these true men of God speak truth to power? There are legions of men like the 400 prophets of Ahab against Micaiah and the Baals who locked around power to message the egos of rulers and cause them to sin no more. Such advisors abound in this government who make the president believe he has power over land use, and some who would have advised the people to choose between their lives and land and deceive the president that peaceful agitators like Sunday Igboho have capacity for territorial secession, or that killing Nnamdi Kanu will stop Biafran agitation. Only God can save rulers from such counsels as he did in Ahithophel. The group noted that Adesina's desperation for excuses appears not to spare any institution no matter how scared. This time around, Femi has chosen to hide behind a patronizing statement on Pastor Kumuyi of the Deeper Life Ministry to lash at the clergy for speaking truth to power. It is absolutely within his rights for Femi to choose not to go to any church as long as he serves the Buhari's government, but he cannot deliberately misrepresent Pastor Kumuyi to set him up as examples of prominent personalities who would see no evil or say nothing about evil in order that they may not be seen as denigrating government and men in power. He was particularly unkind to the pastor of his own church, which church he exited, particularly because he chose not to stop criticizing President Buhari after most of the abducted Dapchi schoolgirls were released. Power must have done some calculable damage to the psyche of Femi Adesina that he would not remember that 5 of the guests were brutally murdered, and that in the release negotiated by the federal government, Leah Sharibu was single-handedly and permanently denied her freedom for refusal to renounce her Christian faith. Ibiseni said, yet Femi expected his own pastor as a leader in the same faith to applaud Buhari for doing nothing extraordinary to bring Leah to freedom, if only to demonstrate that he is the father of all faith, despite his records of being a Sharia agitator. Oh my God, these people, I don't know whether Nigerians will they get Masha. Buhari being a Sharia agitator. You can imagine. You can imagine these guys really put this word very, 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 very well. So inspiring. You see, Femi Adesina, when they tell you that there is unemployment, you don't want to believe. Femi does not want to lose his post till handover, even after handover. Yaradua is a refined person, not what we have here now. I have said is that all APC members are the same. You note that voting any of them is like bringing Buhari back, because to them there is nothing wrong with the government. Yeah, they feel all is well. The government is doing well. Imagine Adesina demanded to be always ridiculed because of his utterances in order to make his principle relevant among responsible and caring presidents. In the course of defending Buhari, most times Adesina exposed him to the more. He exposed him the more. If Leah were to be a Muslim, she would have been released by Buhari, but being a hater of Christian, Leah was left to stew in her own juice. God shall judge these people soon in Jesus' mighty name. Femi should know that evil that men do live before and after them, and will not be with Buhari forever. Of course, he will not be with him forever. So guys, this is terrible. You see what is coming out from somebody. The same that statement Femi Adesina made, that, oh, do you prefer your life or land? You can imagine very, very insensitive statements. Femi is of the opinion that people should give her their land so that they can save their life. Who does that? Who does that? You can imagine. He thinks he's smart. He wants to please Buhari. As if we have not had a Fulani president before. Did they do this kind of a thing? Just like they said, it didn't take Yaradua 2 years. He was able to negotiate and finish everything. It was not tribalistic, just like this Buhari. All of them who see evil and call it good, they will pay. They will pay. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.